Alright everybody, so today we are going to unbox the brand new 2021 MacBook Pro 14-inch model. Before I get started, I want to show you the MacBook Pro that I currently have. So let me kind of move this to the side, and I'm going to show you guys the current MacBook Pro that I have. So this one is the early 2015 model. It's the 13-inch. Did have the Retina display, 2.7 gigahertz dual core Intel i5 processor with 8 gigs of RAM. It was a pretty good MacBook Pro for back then. It still updates to the new Mac OS Monterey, so I'm gonna upgrade that software here shortly. But this device, as you can see, is losing battery life really quickly. Doesn't hold a charge anymore. I've really used the heck out of this, so that's why I'm upgrading. So before I show you and unbox the other MacBook Pro, I do want to show you some specs. Now, another reason I've held on to this one for so long is because of that light on the Apple logo. You can't beat that light. I'm never going to get rid of this unless they make MacBook Pros with the light again. This is just the typical Apple Mac logos. I mean, everybody just loves this with the lit up display logo. So we'll put that one to the side. Before I get the unboxing done, I do want to show you guys straight off the Apple website. You can kind of read about the new MacBook Pros, big changes with they have the M1 Pro chip or the M1 Max if you're getting the bigger model. Again, I got the 14-inch model that starts at $1999. Pretty much $2,000. So I'm gonna go over here to buy and kind of show you what exactly I did. So the 14-inch model is the one I got. It does give you two different options kind of right off the back. So what I did is I selected this one in the silver. And so if you take a look, it has the 14-inch Liquid Retina XDR display, 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports, HDMI port. They brought that back, SD card slot, and now MagSafe. So that's another big reason. The MacBook Pro I just showed you has MagSafe, the original. So they brought that back, and it starts with a 67-watt USB-C power adapter, which again is MagSafe now. So I did customize it just a bit. And what I did is it starts with 8-core CPU, 14-core GPU. What I did is I added the 10-core CPU. It does add extra $200, but I just felt I'm going to keep this for a long time like I did my other MacBook Pro. Keep everything else the same, but what you'll notice is automatically it gives you the 96-watt USB-C power adapter, which again is going to be a MagSafe charger. And so you kind of get that for the $200 plus upgrading from the 8-core to the 10-core. So that's what I did. I ordered it. It took about a week. It said it was going to take about 2 weeks to 3 weeks. It didn't, so I'm pretty excited about that. So without further ado, because I'm super excited, let's go ahead and unbox this straight from Apple. If you didn't know, it comes from China to Japan, and then straight to the United States. So let's go ahead and rip this open. Wow. So there's the box. Oh wow, this got some weight to it. So that's the MacBook Pro box. Got your little pull tab there. Typical Apple serial numbers that we won't display. So let me get rid of this ugly cardboard box. And let me take out my handy little tool with the knife. And actually I won't need that. It's got the pull tab. So let's listen in. Ah, that was satisfying. As y'all know, the new iPhone 13s don't come with plastic wrap on them to be very green, but these do, so I'm super excited. That was pretty nice. So without further ado, let me open this baby up. So before I do this, like I said in the last video, the reason Apple does that is strictly for anticipation for the product. So I love that about Apple too in their boxes. All right, so we got some more plastic. Oh wow, this has some good weight to it, which is good. So let's take a look. Okay, this plastic isn't like the plastic I just took. This is more like, almost like when you go to a barbecue place like Rudy's and it has the plastic, it's thick. That's what that feels like. All right, so we got the MacBook Pro, no lit Apple logo, but it's all good. You can't beat that sound. So I just opened up the screen and it already sounded off with the Apple. That's satisfying. With the Apple sound, the Mac sound. So it's got the little introduction that you'll see on the new iPhone 13s. So I'm going to set that up here in a second, but I do want to point out a few things. The camera notch, the display to audio ratio is thinner, and that of course allows Apple to make a thinner device, although this does have some good weight to it. The backlit keyboard, there's no more touchscreen display up here that a lot of people didn't like. You have the fingerprint sensor right there, so you can unlock it that way, although you can do it other ways. Type in a password with your Apple Watch if it's paired with the right Apple ID, same Apple ID. And then you have your nice stereo speakers, which is going to have the spatial audio, and then the Force trackpad. So I'm going to close this up because I want to show you guys something on this side. So it has the MacBook Pro embedded in the back, and then it has these little cushions for your laptop, so that way they can stand evenly. So that's pretty neat as well. Again, you have your SD card slot, your USB-C, Thunderbolt, HDMI on this side, the MagSafe that we've been all waiting for, and some more USB-Cs. And if you're a DJ or you just like to listen to music via the actual aux cable, you got your aux plug right there too. So that's pretty freaking awesome. All right, so let me put this to the side really quickly and see what's in the box. God, I love that color. Designed by Apple in California. Okay, so a little bit of instructions that nobody's ever gonna read. And then, let's see what this is. Can't even pull it out. All right, I think that's it. And that's just part of how it looks. So just some instructions that nobody will ever read. There's that big block for the fast charging. Got your nice Apple logo on there. Flip out plug.
English is the main language. Press the return key.
Okay, setup is MacBook Pro is ready to be set up. You got your USB-C, which of course is where you get your USB-C to MagSafe charging power cable in the box. What I want to point out, which is really neat, is this cable is like almost braided, similar to like a Belkin cable. It's really thick and durable, unlike some of the other Apple cables that we all may have or buy. If you take a look at it in comparison to, you know, the cable I have for my other old MacBook Pro, that one got all dingy and nasty. I'm definitely not unboxing this nicely, but I don't care. You got your long cable. This is definitely more than 3 feet, so that's great, especially for, you know, if you're going to Starbucks, trying to use your device, things like that. So yeah, this is pretty nice. Nothing else is in the box. I'm pretty freaking stoked about this. I want to finish this video so I can put this together, Let me know what you think in the comments below. And let me know if you got one of these too as well. It is a pretty penny, but this thing's gonna last you a very long time, just like my old MacBook Pro did. So I wanted to show you guys the MagSafe sound. I'm so excited, probably too excited. The MacBook Pro with the black logo and the black Apple stickers.